Behold the feasting of the carp. The feasting of the carpus. The goldfish with the biggest ass. Come here. My hand's shaky. Now, baby, you get it. Go get it, honey. Goldfish are kind of hard to take care of, but they're really worth it. The tank, it doesn't look as good as it usually does. Usually I have the walls all scrubbed down and stuff. But they're very relaxing. They're beautiful. Look at their tails. Look at their little faces. Look at that mean little face. Back there's Loki. He's kind of like my handicap fish. He's about 4 or 5 now. Probably about 4 or 5. His tail end kind of floats higher than his head does. Hence why I said he's kind of handicapped. He has some trouble. As you can see, he's kind of swimming a little bit different than everybody else does. Kind of goes upside down. So does Gus. He's going to be floating today. Let's give you guys the rest. How about that? Get your bellies, fool. Get your bellies. My pure white one is named Nilly Bean. She's really not into people at all. Like, she doesn't beg much, and she's terrified of my hand. You know, oddly enough, when I first got her, she wasn't. She was into my hand, but then I had to move her from tank to tank with my hand, and she literally has not forgotten and has not forgiven me for that. Now, before I ever picked her up with my hand, she was fine with it. Like, she was fine with my hand being in the tank. She'd come up and nibble at it. She begged. Not anymore. Once I picked her up, I betrayed her trust, and literally, this is like 2 years ago, this fish has not forgot. So, yes, goldfish have a memory. Anytime I come near Nilly, she bolts, man. She remembers me picking her up 100%. So, let's go and feed the rest. That's the cool thing about goldfishes is they're quiet, provided you get filters that aren't really loud. They're always going to make some noise, though. You cannot find a filter, any kind, that's completely quiet. I personally kind of like it. I like the sound of the water and the engines going, but some people don't. Just have your aquarium out in the living room, I guess. But I love it. They're amazing. I grew this big chocolate Aranda out from about 2 inches to about 8 inches. She's edging on about 8 inches now with her tail. Her name is Mabry. I grew her out myself, and I'm very proud. She didn't have all that head growth when I first got her, not so much. And I grew her out. She's a big ass fish. There's one of my favorites, Marla. Little Marla is so nice. I paid a lot of money for Marla. Don't think I'll do that again. And this guy was 14 cents. He was a feeder fish. Yes, this is the fish that you would have fed to a big mean-ass fish. But I took him. I took Benny for 14 cents, and from literally an inch long with his tail, he's about 8 inches now. Dig it.